I think beyond all of the things that we have in common, both being black men, both being men of the theater, and both being fans of Shakespeare, obviously those are things that that drew me into him. But Ira is so much bigger than you think he's going to be, and there's a huge legacy behind this person who actually lived and paved a lot of ground for those of us who are coming decades and centuries later. And so I feel a real responsibility in taking on this role and wanting to do justice to it, but that's also a welcome challenge. It's the kind of thing that we as artists, as performers live for. So it's been a wonderful experience so far. There's a lot of preparation that goes into playing somebody like Ira Aldridge. Obviously, there's all of the historical research, just learning about the early parts of his life, who he is, what his education was, all of the experience that he's had. So that was a lot of the research that happened prior to coming into rehearsal. And then, of course, being here in the room, a lot of it has to do with learning about the culture of the time period. We're looking at, mid to late 19th century. So understanding what the customs of the time were, and then just really tapping into what it meant to be a black man, a black actor, trying to make a living at that time in this industry that was very predominantly white. We are introduced to him in this play when he's 60, so we're in 1867, so we see him towards the end of his life. And we're really introduced to someone who is you see him going through some pain, some grief, some, I guess, regrets in his life. And then in the second scene, the bulk of the story where we see Ira is over 30 years earlier in 1833 when he's 26 years old. So we get to see a younger, more ambitious and forward Ira. And I actually really enjoy the structure of that, the way that the playwright Lalita Chakrabarti has framed that, where we're introduced to him in his life, and then we go back in time. So it's almost like we get to go on the journey with Ira and this lived memory that he's had. And then after seeing all of that, we go back to seeing him again at 60 to wrap things up. So it's a really book-ended, beautiful journey that she's created.